In this chapter, we are going to learn how to compare two fractions when their denominators are equal. Look at this figure. There are two fractions of a biscuit. Now, if I ask you which one you would like to choose, you will surely choose the left one, right? Because the fraction on the left side is larger, isn't it? What exactly did you do here? You compared the two fractions of the biscuit to find out which one is larger. This process of finding out which fraction is larger out of two given fractions is called comparing fractions. But it was an easy task here because you can see these fractions as objects with your naked eyes, and you can easily figure out which one is larger and which one is smaller. But what if the figure is not given and instead the fractions are given only in their mathematical form like these? How are you going to compare these two fractions? Well, first we are going to visualize these fractions to make things easier. Let us take an object. Now notice that these two fractions have the same denominator, which is 5. So we will divide the object into 5 equal parts. Our first fraction is 4 upon 5, which indicates that it is equal to 4 such parts. And the second fraction, which is 2 upon 5, is equal to 2 such parts. Now tell me, which one looks larger? Obviously, the fraction on the left. So we write fraction 4 upon 5 is larger. You must remember that in our day-to-day language, when we refer to the size of an object, we use the term larger. But in mathematics, when we denote the size by way of numbers, we use the term greater. Both are one and the same thing. So we will call fraction 4 upon 5 as greater. But it is greater than what? Well, it is greater than the other fraction, which is 2 upon 5. Now, did you notice one more thing here? If you look at the numerators of the two fractions, 4 and 2, you will see that the numerator 4 is greater than the numerator 2, and the greater numerator is there in the greater fraction. Let's take another example. We have two fractions, 1 upon 3 and 2 upon 3. We have to compare to find out which one is greater. So first try and visualize them. Let's take an object. Since the denominators are 3, let's divide the object into 3 equal parts. Now the fraction 1 upon 3 indicates one such part. Likewise, the fraction 2 upon 3 indicates 2 such parts. Which one looks larger? Obviously the fraction to the right. And hence our fraction 2 upon 3 is greater. Here also do notice that the numerator 2 of the greater fraction is also greater among the two numerators 1 and 2. So does it mean that the fraction having greater numerator shall also be greater? And the answer is yes. Only condition is that the denominators of both fractions should be equal. Now that we know the trick, we do not need to visualize fractions as objects every time we are asked to compare. We just need to check if their denominators are same, and if yes, then choose the fraction which has a greater numerator, and bingo, you found a greater fraction. Let's do some exercises. We have two fractions, 3 upon 7 and 2 upon 7. We check that their denominators are equal, which is 7. Now look at the numerators. As the numerator 3 is greater than the numerator 2, the fraction 3 upon 7 is greater. One more example. The denominators are equal, which is 9. Numerator 7 is greater than the numerator 3, so the fraction 7 upon 9 is greater. Now we are going to learn how to write this fact that one fraction is greater or smaller than another fraction. In this example, fraction 3 upon 7 is greater. As we read from left to right, we shall read it like 3 by 7 is greater than the fraction 2 by 7. But if you switch the position of these two fractions, we will have to read like 2 upon 7 is smaller than the fraction 3 upon 7. Here writing the phrase is greater than takes too much time and space. So we have a symbol for this. And similarly for the phrase is smaller than. If you happen to confuse between these two symbols as to which is for greater than sign, and which for smaller than, just think of the symbol as the mouth of a crocodile. The crocodile is greedy and wants to eat the larger fraction. So it opens its mouth towards the larger fraction. In the next lesson, we shall do some exercises.